All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessing to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessing to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. On the brother Karab coming at you with a beautiful motivation, inspirational lesson. Pretty much going into trust in the Lord. He is our protection, man. All right, trusting Yahweh by Hashem Shai. He is our protection. All right. For us, by us. All right. Hey, the Lord is our protection, man. All right. Only for the nation of Israel, though. Right. If you're a Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, the Lord is your protection. And some of our people, you might look like these other nations, right? But your spirit goes back to Israelite, man. All right. Because our people, they mixed and mingled with these other nations. All right, these heathens. You might look like a so-called white man. You might look like a so-called Chinese. You might look like a so-called African, right? But your spirit goes back to Israel. Therefore, you will be delivered if your spirit goes back to you being the Israelite, man. All right, but also it comes with works, it comes with faith, and it comes with trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai. Because if you don't do those things, right? Because knowing that you're an Israelite is half of the battle. You have to put in that work. You have to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai in order to make this thing work, man. In order to make faith perfect, you got to put your faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. So I'm going to get some precepts. I'm going to get some scriptures. Lord willing, you be edified, man. All right. This is Jeremiah 30:7. It say, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. It say, alas, for that day is great. What day? What's that? What day is that talking about? It's talking about a day of evil, man. Ultimately, Jacob's trouble, right? Where it's gonna be a horrific time for our people. All right, it's gonna be famine, pestilence, death. I already got 2nd Esdras 15 queued up. But pretty much, man, the Lord is bringing plagues, man. He's finna punish Egypt, man. Spiritual Egypt, right? You read Revelations 11:8. They dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, man. Spiritually, it's the spirit of this place, man. All right? That doest thou will spirit, that bondage, that oppression, you know? America is a bitter place. And you see that, man. Ain't nobody happy here. You got people crying. What do you say? When the wicked are in authority, the people mourning. You got people mourning, man. You even got other nations mourning right now, man. That's why you got the rumors of war stirring up, man. Because guess what? They are sick of this place. They sick of America, man. They sick of this bully. But ultimately, the Lord is stirring these things up. That's why it goes back to, the lesson that, hey, trust in the Lord. He is our protection, man. He's going to deliver us. Because we're going to need a time of deliverance, man. It's about to be a time like no other. So we're going to need that deliverance. Right? Let's get Jeremiah 30 and 7 in the NLT. In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel. Yet in the end, they should be saved. And the KJV, it say, but he should be saved. Who is that he? That's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, right? The obedient children of Yahweh Shema Shai, the ones that's performing, right, the good works right now as we speak, right, week in and week out. All right, they're occupied in prophecy. They're fearing the Lord. They're walking it and talking it, man. Because the Lord need doers. He need actionists, man. Because the Lord is a man of action. So if you're not fearing Yahweh Shema Shai and you living your life YOLO and just do it, hey, ultimately when that time of trouble come, you're not going to be delivered. What they say, they load my law while they yet had liberty. See, back then, man, if we was, caught reading the Bible or just reading in general, we was either burnt up, hung, or man, our toe was cut off. But now you have this freedom to do so, man. But they say strike while the iron is hot, man. You're supposed to be going hard. You're supposed to be seeking the Lord 10 times harder. And yet you're out here living your life like it's golden. And that Jill Scott spirit, . But the scriptures tell you that it should be a time like no other, man. That's why it's ever more urgent for you to get right, man. It's ever more urgent for you to listen to those prophets that's out there teaching that word week in and week out, man. Every brother saying the same thing, man. All right, that the trouble is coming, and you niggas just so lackadaisical. And I'm speaking to 2/3 of our people. Yes, you are the niggas, okay? Because guess what? You always had these nigga moments. You always don't take nothing serious. And what else to call you? We can't call you obedient. You refuse to hear the words. Well, they say all that they hate me love death. So apparently you just want to die. And that's 2/3 of our people. This is 2 Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. The incredulity goes into the unfaithfulness, right? And according to Romans 3rd chapter, should it stop because you don't believe? No, man. Who is you? You ain't nothing. You don't get nothing. You don't deserve nothing. All right. Only thing you owe the Lord, man. The Lord don't owe you. That's why it's very important to fear Yahweh Shema Shai and trust in the Lord. Hey, it's our people supposed to know judgment, man. I always quote this, man. All right. Our people supposed to know judgment. You supposed to know how the Lord get down. You supposed to be involved with your Creator, man. With Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. That's the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Not Jesus Christ, not Yahweh, and not Yah, man. You know? Those are the incorrect names. Pushing another wicked vibration. Breaking even the first commandment. You know? You got to call on the true names, man. And the men out there that's teaching that word, man, hey, it's commanded of us to teach this word so the blood can come off our hands, man. Because these are not our words, though, too. You know, that's where a lot of people get tripped up at. These are not our words, all right? We're not saying, man, what can I say today that can inspire the people? You know, that's what your slick shoe pastor try to do. But us, we just come out here and we teach it raw, man. Everything raw and cut, man. You know? Because ultimately we free Yahweh Shema Shai through the terror of the Lord we're persuading you. All right? It's not human initiative. It's out of fear that we come out here and we teach, man. Because we don't want to be destroyed. And these are not our words. These are the Lord's words. 2 Esdras 15, finishing up, verse 1. Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Why is the Lord bringing the sword, which is twofold, the nuclear missiles and Esau, Edom, right? And it says the famine of the word, and also famine of bread, man. You know? And it tells you better to die by the sword than by famine, man. When your body's just eating away itself. And then death and destruction, man. All right? Going all the way down to the 7th plague being those nuclear missiles, man. You know? Those nuclear missiles that's going to come and hit this place, man. Rapidly. The Lord got that in store. Because before this World War III pop off, right? Because everybody out of fear talking about America need to stop and mind their business. Man, it's the Lord stirring up. He's mustering the battle. But the MOTB got to come, right? The microchip, the small grain of rice, man. There's a plantable thing that's going to be in your device. That's going to be in your hand or in your forehead, man. And that's how you're going to be able to buy or sell. See, we need protection more than ever, man. Because the times that's coming, it's going to be evil, man. It's going to be evil on all sides. You know, Amos 5 and 18 on steroids, man. Hey, 2 Esdras 15 in verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord. Right. 2 Esdras 15 and 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. That's why the Lord is bringing those plagues. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither would I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, man. Because ultimately, who they're talking about is talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. Because them the ones that sign and crying for the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. 2/3 of our people, they're not signing and crying. They love it here. They love black culture. They love being a nigga. They love being a baddie that has an OnlyFans account. They love these things, man. They high off life. You know, that's the term they use. They high off life. But the Lord is angry with them every day. What it said? The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. It said, don't hand join a hand. The wicked should not be unpunished, man. And then the Lord is already angry at Esau, Edom. But then he's more angry at our people, because you're the ones that are supposed to be ready for his coming, ready for his arrival, and you're not. You know, you're settled on your leads. So that's why the Lord is going to bring a trouble like no other, man. You know? And Esau, and then you trust your enemy on top of that, right? So let's get this precept. This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Right, man. You don't even know your enemy. You don't even know how your enemy get down, man. He's blessed with the sword, man. He know how to put guns together. He know how to create guns like John Wick out of nothing. You know? Like, this man is very surgical with these weapons, man. But it's like Jake just don't get it. Until what? Until that serpent bite that charmer, man. You know? Said, who would pity a charmer that's bitten by a serpent, man? You knew he was a snake. He showed you plenty of times. Hey, go back to 2020 with the lockdown, man. This devil showed y'all plenty of times. Hey, even in slavery, he showed you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Even today with the ICE, man, with the immigrants and the deporting them. Hey, he's showing you, putting you in Alcatraz. You know, he's showing you that he don't like you. And yet you still try to make peace. You know, you ultimately going against the order of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. These heathens ain't our peace, man. They are enemies. They're subjected to be under us, the nation of Israel, the Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian. Yes, we have slaves, man. Those other heathen nations, those Africans, those Chinese, the Japanese, the Ishmaelites, them red dot head Indians, all those are our slaves, man, according to the scriptures. You know? But yet you coming down here with it, say, I have seen servants on horses and princes walking in the earth, you know, representing a power change. Like, man, they the head and we the tail, but meanwhile we was the head and they was the tail, man. But guess what? But a time of trouble is coming, right? And the only ones that's going to be protected is those that call on the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. So let's get the next precept, right? Let's get Psalms, the 5th chapter. This is Psalms, the 5th chapter, right? And this chapter was really for Saul, right? Because he was an enemy of David. You know, when the Lord stripped the spirit from Saul for being disobedient, Saul became jealous, envious, you know. But ultimately, man, David was praying to the Lord, you know, not to fall, pretty much not to be slaughtered by Saul, man. You know, a prayer for protection from his enemies, man. Right? This is Psalms 5 and 1. It say, give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King, my power, for unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord, and in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. Because ultimately, what it say, the prayer of a righteous man availeth much, you know? Because ultimately, man, what we praying for? We praying for the downfall of this place, man, and we're seeing it. But we also need to pray for protection as well, too, because we're going to be in the midst of it. John 17 is a prayer for the elect, and the Lord said within that prayer, I pray that thou don't take them out, but keep them from the evil. You see what I'm saying? Because, man, evil is going to be on all sides, man. It's going to be suppressing us, man. It's going to be like, man, it's going to be, hey, we almost got. Almost going to be some, the climax of the movie, right? We're going to be into the climax, right? It's going to be the action part, because this is Yahweh Shai's movie, so we're going to be in the action part of the movie where it gets real intense, man. It's going to be heart-pounding, you know? The thriller part of it. Because the Lord's going to demonstrate his power, man. He's going to shake the world. Psalms 5:3, my voice shall thou hear in the morning, O Lord, and in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. For thou art not a power that have pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall stand in thy sight, shall not stand in thy sight. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight, and thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship towards thy holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of my enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. For this is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness, right? And their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue, man. You see what it say? Words smooth as butter, but war in his heart. You know? Never trust our enemy, man. And he cooking up something in that lab, man. All right? And Psalms 5:10, destroy thou them, O power. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. And the scriptures tells you, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, you know, in Psalms. Because ultimately, man, when Esau get together, man, because what Micah 2:2 tell you, hey, it's in the power of their hand, man. You know, they devise iniquity, man. They always planning some evil invention, right? Some evil device. How they can control the people, how they can bring people under their rule for good, man. You know? He have a God-like complex, but he's not God. And I'm speaking to Esau, Edom, this devil, you know? But the scriptures tell you, Psalms 5:11, but let all those that put their trust in thee, here we go, let them ever shout for joy because thou defendest them, and let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For thou, Lord, will bless the righteous with favor, without comparison, with a shield, man. You see? And what's our ultimate shield? This word is our shield, man. Our shield and buckler, man. You know? Hey, this really the comforter, man. Because we got the blueprint. We ain't out here like a chicken with our head cut off during the time of evil. We know what's expected, man. Hey, it's gonna be a beautiful and exciting, heart-pounding, scary time for the elect, right? It's gonna be beautiful and it's gonna be scary at the same time because, man, we're gonna witness the thrilling power of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's gonna be thriller. You know, Michael Jackson ain't got nothing on the Lord's power, man. You know, made me think of that song. But ultimately, it's going to be a blessing because he's going to protect those that trust in him, man. All right? So let me get Psalms 5 in the NLT right quick. Yep. This is Psalms 5:11 in the NLT. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them sing joyful praises forever. Spread your protection over them, that all who love your name will be filled with joy. For you bless the godly, O Lord. You surround them with your shield of love. You see what I'm saying? And love on our part is what? Keeping the commandments, man. You know? The Lord said, I love none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. Let's get this precept right here. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10, because it mentioned the name. Even those that praise thy name, because the Lord's going to deliver those that call upon it. They say the right names, man. They say Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And I say no, Jesus Christ, you know. Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it, and is safe. Very simple. It don't need no breakdown. It tells you the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous, those that walk and obey you, how about Shema Shai, is going to run into it and it's going to be safe, man. You know? Let you know how powerful that name is, how serious and let's say detrimental it is to actually call upon that. Now you're gonna need that name. It's necessary, right? It's necessary for you. You see? But the elect, hey, they ultimately protected, man. You know, they protected like Job. I'm gonna get this right here. This is Job 1, right? I had to get this in the AMP. I'm gonna just go straight to the point. Because Job is a beautiful chapter too. Because the Lord gave that hedge upon Job, right? While Job was going through his troubles. This is Job 1 and 10. Yep. This is Job 1 and 10. Job 1 and 10. Have you not put a hedge of protection around him in his house and all that he has? On every side you have blessed the work of his hands and conferred prosperity and happiness upon him, and his possessions have increased in the land. You see what I'm saying? So it is, and if you read up, pretty much the Lord is conversating with the spiritual demon Satan. Is one of his sons, right? Talking about Satan was cast out in a war in heaven and a fight break out. So they were just throwing bottles in heaven, huh? You know, that war in heaven is talking about those fighter jets, right? Those chariots versus those fighter jets, and the chariot's gonna come out on top. The Lord is gonna overthrow the inventions of the wicked, man, right? With these damn space forces and shit. But ultimately, just to clear that up, but mainly they was having a conversation, right? It was like they placed a bet on Job. Like, man, if you try him, he won't praise your name. If you bring hell upon him, he gonna stop praising you. But come to find out, Job still praised the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. But the Lord already knew Job was gonna do that, you know. But Satan already knew the protection and how guarded Job was, you know. Satan couldn't kill him. He could bring all the hell upon him, but he couldn't kill him because the Lord had a hedge of protection upon him, man. And the Lord blessed his hands, everything, man. You know, the Lord cared for those, and I brought up that account to show you that the Lord cared for those that fear him and keep his commandments, man. You know, he put that special hedge upon them, around them, right? Let me get, yep, Psalms 31. This Psalms 31 verse 19 in the NLT. This is Psalms 31 verse 19 in the NLT, the New Living Translation. How great is the goodness you have stored up for those who fear you. You lavish it on those who come to you for protection, blessing them before the watching world. That's beautiful. I'm going to reread it again. Psalms 31 and 19 in the NLT. How great is the goodness you have stored up for those who fear you. You see? You got to fear the Lord. You lavish it on those who come to you for protection, blessing them before the watching world, you know? And we're going to be blessed. What it say? My servants should eat, you know? Hey, man, we're going to be eating in that time, man. Hey, we're going to be happy. We're going to be rejoicing, man, because guess what? We was in tuned, right? We was in tuned with the will of Yahweh Shema Shai in the plan, man. You know? We prepared ourselves, man. We prepared our, ultimately the Lord's prepared. If you the elect, the Lord already preparing things for you, man. You know? Because the elect, they're going to actually fear you. How about Shema Shai and keep the commandments? You know? And the 1/3, the friends of the elect, man. Right? Of the believers, the supporters, man. All right? They believe in you. How about Shema Shai as well, man? And guess what, man? They're going to pretty much be protected also. It's going to be a small number of those that are going to be protected, man. But it's going to be a great wave of those that's going to perish. And it says, Psalms 31:19, how great is the goodness you have stored up for those who fear you, and lavish it on those who come to you for protection, blessing them before the watching world, man. You know? And one thing about our people, man, they put their trust and protection in Egypt, but Egypt finna fall. You know, this is spiritual. America is spiritual Egypt, man. This place about to fall, man. Jake already trying to plan 5 years, 10 years, prom dresses and marriage, ceremonies and everything, and birthdays and trips. Man, all that is dead, man. You know? Hey, man, it's not the time for all that no more, man. It's the time to get right with Yahweh Shema Shai. It's the time to seek the Lord so he can protect you, man. All right, let's get Psalms. Let's get another scripture from Psalms. This is Psalms 57, verse 1 in the NLT. I think it was AMP on that one. Yep. This is Psalms 57, verse 1 in the AMP. And it said, a record of memorable thoughts of David when he fled from Saul in the cave. Be gracious to me, O power. Be gracious and merciful to me, for my soul finds shelter and safety in you. And in the shadow of your wings, I will take refuge and be confidently secured until destruction pass by. You see what I'm saying? Because ultimately a time coming where, we're going to need that protection, man. You know, we're going to need that protection. And we're going to need to be hid under the shadow of Yahweh Shema Shai, which brings me to Psalms 91 too. So I'm going to get Psalms 91. All right? Can't mention the shadow and not bring out Psalms 91. KJV. This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So like Psalms 57 and 1 in the AMP talked about the shadow of the Lord being under the shadow and being protected from the calamities that's going to come. Hey, Psalms 91 backing up the same point, man. That he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Ultimately, a protection. You see, you're going to be protected. You're going to be secured, man. You know, you're going to be preserved. And I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence, man. Because those nuclear missiles is coming to this place, man. You know, and the elect of the nation of Israel would not take part in the nuclear destruction, man. All right, the Lord is going to deliver them. But those that don't fear the Lord, that do whatever they want, hey, they're going to be caught in the judgment, man. Psalms 91 and 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust. And in truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Right? And let's jump down to verse 9. Psalms 91 and 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. You see? What it say? The angels encamping around about them that fear the Lord, man. We got a heavy spiritual defense system. So the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. The Lord tell us in the law that he's going to fight for us, man. That's in the law of Deuteronomy. Let me get it. Yep. Deuteronomy 3 and shoot. Man, so many of them. I'm gonna do 20 and 4. Deuteronomy 20 and 4. For the Lord your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. Hey, that's in our law, man. And he was speaking to the nation of Israel, man. Let you know that deliverance is for our people. All right, our people only. Okay. Let's get what I got. I got Proverbs 19. This is Proverbs 19. When I read this scripture, man, this was a beautiful scripture. This Proverbs 19, verse 23, right? This is Proverbs 19, verse 23 in the NLT. And it says, yep, fear of the Lord leads to life, bringing security and protection from harm. It say, fear of the Lord leads to life, bringing security and protection from harm. That's the NLT. I'm going to read it in the AMP. Proverbs 19 and 23 in the AMP version. The fear of the Lord leads to life, so that one may sleep satisfied, untouched by evil. Hey, man, you're going to be protected, man. You're going to be so secure, man. You know? Because you ultimately got to have that fear, because what it say? Fear is the first step to be accepted of him. See, that's how you get in it. Hey, that's how you get on the winning team, man. You gotta actually fear Yahweh Shema Shai and keep the commandments. That's how you win. That's how you're gonna be protected. Right? Let's get Job 5 and verse 19. This is in the NLT. Verse 19. All right, this is Job 5 and 19 in the NLT. From 6 disasters he will rescue you. Even in the 7 he will keep you from evil. He will save you from death in the time of famine, and from the power of the sword in the time of war. You will be safe from slander and have no fear when destruction comes. Why? Because we want this destruction to come. You know, we are in tune, right? We are one, like Yahweh Shai was talking about, one in judgment. You will laugh at destruction and famine, and ultimately, who's going to give us that spirit of laughter? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shema Shai. Say, I will mock when your fear coming. Hey, the Lord's going to laugh through his men. He's going to laugh through his servants, man. Because ultimately, man, we told you that these destruction was coming and you need protection. But you was like, Egypt got me, or I got myself, right? Let's say, by strength, no man will prevail. Job 5 and 22. You will laugh at destruction and famine, and wild animals will not terrify you. You will be at peace with the stones of the field, and its wild animals will be at peace with you. You will know that your home is safe, and your survey, your possessions, right? Nothing will be missing, you know? Right, because ultimately, man, hey, those the benefits of trusting in the Lord, man. And that's just a small scale of benefits, man. You know, spiritual power is another one, man, that the Lord's gonna give us with. Say the enemy come in like a flood, then should the Lord lift up a standard? You know, man, we got a lot of benefits. It's come work for Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, come worship the Lord, come trust in the Lord, man. You get a lot of benefits, man. You get benefits that matters, that's pertaining to your soul, your life, that betters you as a person, man. That get you accepted in the eyes of the Lord. You see? All right, let me get this. It's the last precept because I've been going for a long time, like 34 minutes. This is Judith, man, 9th chapter, man. It's a beautiful chapter. So, this is Judith 9 in the Good News Translation. I'm going to start at verse 5. Oh, my power, listen to my prayer, the prayer of a widow. Right? This is Judith speaking, the woman. Your hand guided all that happened then and all that happened before and after. You have planned it all. What is happening now and what is yet to be. Your plans have always been carried out. Whatever you want to be done is as good as done. You know in advance all that you will do and what decisions you will make. Right? Because a time is coming like no other, but the Lord already got his elect secured already, man. But it say the author and finisher of our faith. You know? Verse 7 in Judith 9, verse 7 in the GNT. Now the Assyrians are stronger than ever, right? And the day in a modern day Syria today will be Esau, Edom, man. You know why? Listen to this. Now the Assyrians are stronger than ever. They take pride in their cavalry, in their infantry, their weapons. They rely on their weapons, but they do not know that you, O Lord, are a warrior who ends war. You know, because the Lord is a man of war. Even the spirit of war that's going on now, hey, ultimately that's the Lord's spirit. You know, we own nothing. But guess what? Esau is very prideful, man. You know, and the Lord, he just like he did Pharaoh, hey, the Lord's gonna show forth his good works, man. He put pride in Pharaoh so he could show forth his work. So he finna do it to Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man. He finna put the power, he got the power of pride on this man heavy, just so he could demonstrate his power, man, to show everybody who really run this. You know? Going back, and it says, they rely on their weapons, but they do not know that you, O Lord, are a warrior who ends war. The Lord is your name, you know, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and in your anger, use your power to shatter their mighty army. You see? Verse 9, look how proud and boastful they are. Pour out your fury upon them. I am only a widow, but give me the strength to carry out my plan. You know? Jumping down to the point, it says, here we go. It says, your power does not depend on the size. This is Judith 9, verse 11. Your power does not depend on the size and strength of an army. You are a power who cares for the humble and helps the oppressed. You give support and protection to people who are weak and helpless. You save those who have lost hope. And we're going to jump down one more. This is verse 14, because it was the point I was making earlier about the protection only going for Israel. You know, when the Lord comes, yeah, and it tells you all Israel is not Israel. So 2/3 of our people, they gotta pretty much partake in that judgment. But ultimately, man, all Israel is going to be delivered, man. When we speak on protection and deliverance and salvation, that belongs unto Israel. And this is the point right here. Judith 9 and 14 in the GNT. It says, make your whole nation and every tribe recognize that you are Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Almighty, all-powerful, and that you alone protect the people of Israel. That's a cut, man. All right, we went into the protection in this lesson. You know, we went into the troubles and what's coming, and how it's very important to worship Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and call on the right names. But then we're going to end it off with who really gets the protection at the end of the day. And who protection is open for? Israel, man. Let me read it again. This is Judith 9 and 14 in the GNT. Make your whole nation and every tribe recognize that you are Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Almighty and all-powerful, and that you alone protect the people of Israel, with an exclamation point at the end of it. All right, so that's all I have. I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, man. Double honors to the elders and the apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect, man, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Hey, shalom.